And another video from Dave.
What's up, YouTube? This is Dave Side Enough 187. This is another video to do with what's up with these gaming developers and these throwaway games coming out this generation. And another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much, this is a video I've been wanting to make for a little while now, but the latest Battlefield 1 open beta pushed me to finally do it. This generation, I'm not going to sit here and say there hasn't been good games, but a majority of the games that come out, you know, have a lot of hype behind them, and when you get them, or play the betas, like this latest Battlefield 1 beta, which I see a lot of people defending because they're, you know, they had a DOS attack and all that. I'm not a tech guy, so I could be wrong on this, but shouldn't their security or servers be better for that not to happen? Am I wrong on that, saying that? I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it should just be so easy for them to do stuff like that. That's just me. But still, why is it so hard to, when it is working, to get into a game? You know, like for example with Battlefield, I'm still kind of new to the series. Started playing Battlefield with Battlefield 4. I tried Battlefield 3. I didn't like it on PS3. It was just, the graphics were awful. But Battlefield 4 was, I really like that game, but I can't sit here and say it don't have problems. It has a lot of problems, you know. For one, to this date, the game still does not save. Even though it's a 4-hour campaign, it still don't save. But why do I have to go to this thing where it shows like a bunch of servers? Why can't I just hit quick match and go into the match? It'll tell me, like this one's telling me, failed attempt, where you have to go look at these servers. When you get in these servers, sometimes the rooms don't have no players in them, or in this case of this Battlefield 1, there's hardly any servers when you see it. You know, and you get in a server and you have to wait, you're number 18th in place. It's just a bunch of bullshit, you know. Horrible beta. Horrible beta. And the thing is, they're showing this game like it's just like the second coming of Christ or something, like it's going to be fucking awesome. And when I'm playing the game, and this is about the gameplay itself, I'm not talking about the shitty fucking connection that it has and the shitty servers. Just the game itself. I'm playing the game and it looks good, but then there's times in the game where you'll like die and then you'll see the map and it's like missing. I don't know why it's doing all that. I know it's a beta. Somebody's gonna be in the comment section, it's a beta, but come on. Battlefield does this shit too. The other Battlefield 4. You know, Battlefield Hardline was actually somewhat okay, so how can you go from that to where it had good connection issues that I experienced to something like this? You know, like this generation, we're lucky when we get, you know, a game if it's even an improvement from the last one. Not the funny thing is, when a game comes out, shouldn't we expect something that should like basically take it to the next level or raise the bar? We're lucky if it's barely an improvement from the last game. We're lucky if it's that. You know, it's basically just your normal copy and paste. Here you go, have a nice day. Shut you up, there's a new toy that we just painted. You know, I know when the paint wears off, it's going to be the old toy, but, you know, that's basically what it is. This generation, they are giving us a lot of throwaway games. And what I mean by when I say throwaway games, games that you just really aren't going to care about after a week or two. You're not. It's just not. Like Call of Duty, when that's done, and the year's up, the new one's out, the old one's trash. You know, a lot of these games are like that, right? I was talking to Old Dirty just, you know, recently, before I made this video, and we were talking about this whole subject, and basically he said a lot of developers, and I have to agree with him on this, a lot of developers don't have heart when it comes to their games. You know, like he was talking about the whole thing with Gears of War and the developer for that one. That guy was putting that game out. I can't remember his name, but when he was putting that game out, I think Cliffy B, my bad. When he was putting that game out, you could see the heart that guy had in that game. And I have to agree with Old Dirty. You know, You get games now, like, let's take an example, Halo 5, when you're fighting the same boss 8 fucking times. Where's the heart in that? You know, it's just this generation, these games are just fucking trash, most of them. Like I said, there's been good games this generation. I liked Alien Isolation. I liked Evil Within. I love UFC 2. They have their problems too, but nothing like a majority of these. Majority of these other games. They're just downright fucking horrible, and I couldn't even see a developer wanting to put their name behind that game. You know, because like, why would you release a beta like Battlefield and expect people to run out and buy it? Really, like. One thing I'll say, a lot of people take shots at Call of Duty. I take shots at Call of Duty, but I guarantee if Call of Duty did a beta right now, it would work. You wouldn't have the issues that you're having now. That's one thing about Call of Duty. It is a copy and paste game, but the fucking shit works. I can't say that for a lot of other games. A lot of these games I've seen this generation, it's pathetic. You mean to tell me Street Fighter V, out of all the Street Fighters they made, they come out with something like that? Even though the gameplay's great. I'm not taking nothing away from the gameplay and everything, but just the problems that game, with the how they have you connecting like in a room and all that, and the missing content. How can they go from the other Street Fighters to that? That's what I'm trying to figure out, And it's just these developers don't care no more. There's no heart in these games. They don't give a shit. They're wanting to get this next game out so they can get a payday and move on. They don't take pride in their shit no more. At all. Back in the day, developers took pride in their games. Now they got you all hyped up to go buy these new fucking $800 and $1,000 probably consoles that are coming. People will go gladly buy them. I don't think there's going to be as many people going out and buying them, to be honest, but there is going to be some idiots that will run out and buy these consoles just to what? Play shit games and better graphics? More broken games and better graphics. In 4K. That's basically what it boils down to. But yeah, I don't know. Like, this generation, a lot of these games are just games that you would pretty much just throw away. They're like when I was talking to Old Dirty about Overwatch. Like, Overwatch is a very good first-person shooter. But the majority of why people I think like it is because it works. It's a game that actually you can get on there, connect with your friends, play matches, which. Now, a majority of these first-person shooters, you get on there like Titanfall, I couldn't even connect to somebody. And I'll say, yeah, it's a beta. It's a beta. But then what do you do like games like Street Fighter still have a shitty invite system that they still haven't fixed. How long has the game been out? Just saying, But yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section with all these throwaway games we're getting, and these developers basically have no heart in these games no more. What do you think? Am I crazy? I mean, I know I'm gonna get people saying stuff in the comment section, but it's true and it needs to be said. This generation is like, it has to be the worst generation when it comes to gaming. I'm playing Alan Wake. I started Alan Wake 2 days ago. And I'm blown away by it. I know it came out last generation. It's one of the games I missed. There's a good amount of games I missed last generation because of stuff that happened in my life where I wasn't able to game. But that was one of them that I missed. And I'm playing this game, and it's got story. It's got good gameplay. I mean, that part when you're on you're at like the rock concert or something in the fucking farm, that was fucking awesome. Where's stuff like that this generation? Where's, when it comes to racing games, like me and Old Dirty were talking, where is your Burnouts? Where's your games like Cruis'n USA? Why are they always going, even though I love Forza, but why is it always like, it's either going to be Forza or Need for Speed, which Need for Speed went downhill. That franchise went downhill. The last one was an improvement. We were lucky. It was an improvement from the one before, which could be argued with some people. Some people don't feel it was an improvement. But I'm just saying, why are we always getting these same racing games? Why is there never that oddball that's thrown in there like Burnout, or Cruis'n USA? It's like, to me, I don't think these developers want to take a chance, but the shit that they're throwing out is fucking throwaway games. They just want quick money grabs that people are going to run out, play the game for a couple weeks, and call it a day. I guarantee you when Battlefield comes out and Titanfall, people will be praising them for a week or two, even though they'll probably be running like shit. Which I have to give Titanfall, at least you can get on there and get in the game. Battlefield, I mean, you're sitting there for fucking, sitting there about 20 tries trying to get in the game. Then I had to switch to Xbox, try about 10 times, and finally got into a game. Ridiculous. Uncalled for. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments section. I just think it's fucking, it's shit. I'm sorry. And I know people are going to argue and say, oh, well, this game's good, this game's good. No. A majority of these games are games that, they're going to be hot for a week and gone the next. But that's my video, guys. Tell me what you think about my opinion with the whole thing with throwaway games. These developers just basically, releasing a game that they're just trying to get a quick cash grab just to basically be fucking chopped liver next week. And then the new game comes out and everybody hype. Look at all the hype that led up to No Man's Sky. And then that game released. And then all of a sudden, that's it. All the, look at all that shit that they promised. Oh, it's going to do this. Oh, it's going to do this. Oh, it's going to have multiplayer, all this shit, and then we're finding out it's just basically a game you go around mining. It's fucking, it's sad. It's really sad to see gaming headed in this direction. But that's my video, guys. Tell me, like I said, tell me in the comment section what you think, and more videos come. Thank you, YouTube.